I was a poor boy. We plowing mules on a farm in Georgia. It was such a bad place. They called it Work More. Honestly, that's the name.
Work more.
Work more.
Sounds like a good place to be, Roger.
Spurs and ticks and fleas and rattlesnakes and oh yeah, it was a poor place to be, but rich and just rich. The creeks was full of alligators and fish and snakes, and I had a little horse, and it was just you couldn't grow up in any place more that would make you a man any better than that. You wanted to taste it. So, but there was no money.
I can see the nostalgia in your eyes when you talk about it. Got a big smile.
Oh yeah, I had some wonderful experiences there for 25 years. So I would go up to Canada in the sun. We grew a little patch of tobacco, about 3 acres. That's all the government would let us plant. We had one barn, and that's really the only thing we made any money out of. They was a support price, and so from the time I was a little tiny fella, I was working in the tobacco, picking up leaves off the floor, whatever I could do, and my folks would brag on me, so I just work harder, and. So when I got about 17 years old, 18 years old, I hitchhiked to Canada. It was like the grapes of wrath. They was putting bulletin boards. They needed help desperately. The Dutch and the Belgians started planting tobacco in Canada on the north shore of Lake Erie. Who would believe it? But I hitchhiked up there. And $20 a day, room and board. Well, man, I thought I was rich. And I hadn't been going very long. Before some boys from another farm that I knew came over and, Roger, you want to go to a carnival? Yeah, let's go to a carnival. So I got dressed up in black pants and a shirt, and we took off, and it was a wonderful place. And went on down to a place, and it was all of us together and laughing, and nobody drinking at that age. We didn't. The guy with a big, 400-pounder with a beard this big, 5 brand new $100 bills. Anybody wrestle my bear, get all 4 feet off the ground, or throw him. What's your name, young man? Roger Reaves. How much you weigh? I said, 145 pounds. He said, 145-pound man against 600-pound beast. And he threw me in that little circus wagon with that little bear. And that little bear started getting up, and he got up all over that cage. He wasn't so little. He's like a sow or something. He don't look big sitting there. And I slammed into him with my 145 pounds, and it made a lot of racket as we went up. And I'm just holding a bunch of fluff, and that bear hit me about the knees and laid me out 6 feet tall. And I hit that floor, and it was loose. Flam, blam. And the crowd yelled, sick him, Roger, go.
How old was the bear, do you reckon?
Oh, I don't know, but he was old enough. He was full grown, probably 10 years old. And then he knocked me the other way, and I thought, that can't be. And I didn't know. That man probably slept with that bear. That was his pet. And here I am, he just got a little show, and I grabbed the top of that cage, and I kicked that bear with all my might right in that muscle. And that bear come insane.
Yeah?
Oh, he tore the clothes off me, beat me. I couldn't hardly catch my breath for a week. I couldn't walk for a day or two. I lost a couple of days in my clothes, and I asked the man for my $10, and he told me to go to hell. Anyway, a couple of days later.
You even get paid for fighting this bear?
I didn't get nothing, lost my clothes. I went down to since I couldn't work, I went down to Lake Erie to the beach one day, and I walked out on a long pier. I hobbled out, and there's a beautiful girl on a towel, and I tipped my hat. I was wearing and when I come back, she asked me, was that a university ring? I said, no, this is a high school ring. And she said, oh, we don't get that in Canada. I said, you're from Holland, aren't you? And she said, sit down here and tell me how you know about Dutch accents. I knew one person in the world from Holland that had that accent. And that was 64 years ago, and that's my wife over there now. And that's amazing, yes.